What an awesome week to have full throttle. Our Raytheon trade, we put on Raytheon right here, bull put spread last week. Can you say, hell yeah, just an absolute rip your face off rally in Raytheon, and a lot of happy people today. We just knocked out a weekly options live trade brief. We look to add a bull put spread that would expire this Friday, risking about $5,000 to potentially make 1,800 bucks, again, Amazon's the gift that keeps on giving. We actually put on a bull put spread last week out to right before earnings on Raytheon, and that thing, I would recommend closing at about a 70-75% profit right now. We also talked about what? Getting long volatility. I talked about it Wednesday night in our full throttle training session, kind of giving you a sample of the type of training you get here as a full throttle member. And look what happened with volatility today. We were up as high as 17% on the VIX. The VIX hasn't been this high in a couple months, folks. When vol is cheap, you buy it. When it's expensive, you sell it. We talked about getting long vol right here, and then you saw the spike in volatility. So very, very happy with what's going on here. Real quick, fake news alert. Gold Coast Magazine and Boca Life, two pretty big magazines down here in South Florida. Somehow I ended up on the cover there. That just is hitting the newsstands today. So really, really funny. Good. I appreciate the write-up, Gold Coast and Boca Life. It says my age there, which I'm not too happy about. And also, instead of wearing a $6,000 Armani that I always joke about, it was I think it was like a $4,000 Ralph Lauren outfit, which I would be. I'd kick my own ass if I ever saw myself wearing something like that. I don't know. Felt pretty good. Felt pretty good in that. So thank you to Gold Coast and Boca Life for the great write-up in your magazine today. In other non-fake news, North Korea, under sanction strain, dials back military exercise. So this time of the year is when North Korea usually does about a full month of heavy, intense war games. They can't do it, folks, because what? Restrictions on oil shipments. Now, we know that we've had pictures. Even Trump last month kind of poked China for like, hey, man, you agree to the sanctions, and then here's pictures of a couple of your freighters meeting with North Korean freighters and offloading oil. It's starting to pinch, folks. So love the guy or hate the guy, not him, our guy. The whole my button's bigger than yours and it works, and the saber rattling looks to be working. Barack Hussein Obama didn't do anything. George Bush, all he did was label him part of the axis of evil. Yay, sticks and stones. And then obviously Bill Clinton flew over there and gave him $25 billion and some nuclear reactors. That really worked out well for us. So love or hate Trump, folks, this guy is starting to realize that we have a dude that's not full of words and is full of action. Barack Hussein Obama told Bashar Assad, oh my God, you use chemical weapons, you use those again, that's a red line for me. He did, and we didn't do anything. Assad used chemical weapons under Trump. He put 59 Tomahawks and cruise missiles into his country. So whoever said the pen is mightier than the sword has never been on the receiving end of a machine gun. This guy knows his days are limited unless he does something. So well done, Mr. Trump. Good job out of Brazil last week. We talked about that. Really helped our EWZ trade. We're having a blast here, folks. EWZ, man, had a rip your face off rally last week. God bless Brazil. Parabéns. Congratulations on holding your politicians accountable, and we could learn a lot from you. So another great trade last week that we had on. VIX above 13. Like we talked about. Who cares? Bitcoin. What a joke. Another Bitcoin heist and robbery. Get out of Bitcoin, please, folks. Goldman, we expect a market correction in the coming months. I don't know if they subscribe to the Harry Dent or Dennis Gartman letter, but, you know, a broken clock is right twice a day. I can say that there's a correction coming in the coming months, and coming months could be between now and next December. So, and how big a correction. So I love these reports from Goldman. Of course, everybody feels we're a little bit frothy up here at these market heights, but guess what, folks? We haven't seen this type of market before. This isn't, look at this. This isn't a bunch of collateralized debt obligations. This isn't a bunch of bad debt being tranched up into really less bad debt and resold. This isn't Pets.com in 1999, folks. This is this ain't your father and mother's bubble, okay? I get that asset prices feel overextended, but when you take a look at earnings, when you take a look at the potential earnings per share, hell, folks, people wouldn't be giving money back to their giving money to their employees, or building more stores, or hiring more people, or opening more branches. And you know, J.P. Morgan, 10% bonuses, increase in pay, opening 100 new branches. They wouldn't be doing that if their bean counters were forecasting bad things ahead. Okay, so I get it. There might be a pullback on oil, a generic pullback. The Fed does something crazy. I just don't see it, and I just don't feel it. However, we did get long volatility on potential Cryin, Chuck Schumer shutting down the market. U.S. consumer spending rises in December. Good news. Savings rate hits a 12-year low. Oh, that's bad news, Whiz. Well, it's a bad news if it's you and you're not saving, but as a trader, I love hearing that the savings rate is at a 12-year low, because that means money is going into, hell, the stock market, or just buying stuff and helping this economy in general. So that's actually good news for investors. According to the NABE, the National Association for Business Economics, sales are up for companies, and so are wages. So that, again, the good news keeps on coming. Hits keep on coming, folks. Amazon, we put that bull put spread on again today because Amazon is Citi's top pick because of its growing advertising business. They're in everything, folks. They're buying their own airliners to compete with a FedEx and a UPS. We talked last week about how they have a fully automated grocery store that's open to the public. Folks, they're in everything, man, and they are the Death Star looking for world domination. And their price target is now $1,600, up from $1,400. That ain't Amazon can sneeze, folks, and it be up here at $16. So that's really that's a bold call, Citi, who also got the election wrong and most of last year's rally wrong. So good stuff going on here. Top Gun Options, welcome aboard to all of our new 50 Full Throttle members. Hell, with that Raytheon trade alone that we played last week, in 3 days, you could have paid for an annual Full Throttle Max subscription, folks. So welcome aboard to all of our traders. We're going to have a blast. Make sure you start getting savvy and smart, that you go to the member pages here and start looking at, go under member content, and either go under Full Throttle and start looking at the last Full Throttle sessions, or my Options Weapon School videos as well, to start getting smart. And also under the Materials tab, download your workbooks and start getting smart on those. We'll probably start the academic training here in a couple weeks. I want to decompress a little bit. It takes a lot out of me last week to deal with literally thousands of people. So we'll probably get started in a couple weeks. I'll shoot you an email, okay? All right, folks, have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. Make sure you check out that issue of Gold Coast online, and this old guy getting a crack. Looking forward to the next 49 years, okay? Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and God bless.